This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Of course, we have passed our test because I'm joined by Greaves. We are in the bubble now, so as long as Josh and Adam pass their test, this fight is on.
Definitely, yeah. I was more nervous about passing the test than the fight, to be honest, but we're finally on now, so me and David's all good to go. Just hope everybody else will be all right.
That's a bold statement. That more nervous about the test than the fight. Explain.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's always the test, and obviously all this COVID, what you've got to go through, it's very stressful, you know what I mean? Even if you have no symptoms, some people are failing, so it's a relief that we've passed.
Definitely, but more what I was referring to is you're less nervous about the fight. A lot of people see this as a 50-50 fight. I think the bookies even have David a slight favourite at this point. Of course, some people are picking Josh as well. Would you say this is a pure 50-50?
Yeah, definitely a 50-50 fight, great fight, good clash of styles. Yeah, you got Josh, the flash kid, the Olympian, the face of Matchroom, got everything going for him. And you've got David, the European champion, done it the hard way. So yeah, we're very confident.
Okay. Explain why you're confident.
I just feel that David's all wrong for Josh. We're on a great run. If you compare Josh's last 3 fights to David's last 3 fights, there's no comparison. And I really believe we're flying high, and this is David's time. He's hungry. He's a different fighter to the one that lost to Kavalauskas a few years ago. And you can see that with the year he had in 2019. So I feel like it's our time. David's very, very hungry. He's determined. Everything's gone perfect. We've had a great camp. No excuses our end. And yeah, we're very, very confident.
I think this is the 4th time this fight was supposed to take place. Now, of course, David was on a fantastic run in 2019 with those 2 wins over Kerman and then another knockouts, 3 knockouts in a row. Has this benefited Josh Kelly more because David was on such momentum, on such a high, that he's had to wait for this fight till now after 3 good knockouts in 2019?
I don't think it's benefited anybody, to be honest. It's just been frustrating for all teams. I mean, this fight should have happened over 2 years ago now. It's been on and off, on and off. And Saturday night, we were here. So the momentum David was on, I mean, it gave him so much confidence. 3 back-to-back stoppages all in Spain. He's flying high. His confidence is sky high. He's really ready for this fight. And if you look at Josh's last performance against Winston Campos, there's no comparison to how he's been boxing towards David.
And what about the performance against Ray Robinson out in the States? How did you see that? It was obviously given as a draw.
Yeah, I had it a draw. I had it 5 rounds apiece. I mean, listen, Josh needs credit for that performance. I mean, obviously Ray Robinson's a very good fighter. He actually drew with Kavalauskas, who stopped David, albeit it wasn't the David that we've got now. So it was a good performance. It was an hard fight. It was a good learning fight for Josh. He'd have gone away and took a lot from that fight. Probably a lot of positives, a few negatives as well. But he's a completely different style to David Ray Robinson. And you'll see on Saturday night the ferocity that David's got, the power he generates. And he's such an intense fighter. You'll be very, very surprised at how fit and strong David is.
With this David Avanesyan that you're talking about, do you expect him to stop Josh Kelly on Saturday night?
I really believe he can, yeah. I really believe he can. I think mid to late stoppage, I'm predicting. That's how confident we are. I mean, you can say this and that. I mean, listen, all credit to Josh. Like you said before, he's a great boxer. He's a former Olympian. He's got a good pedigree. He's got everything going for him. But this could be 1 or 2 fights too soon for him. But Saturday night we'll find out. I mean, I know they're confident. Adam Booth and the team, and we're confident as a team. And may the best man win. But I'm pretty sure it'll be my man.
When the fight was first made, there were suggestions that Kelly and Adam kind of had second thoughts with what went on, and Neil Marsh was very vocal about that. Do you believe at that point they didn't really want the fight?
There's a lot going on behind the scenes. It's hard to say. I mean, if you look at the state of Kelly on the scales in 2018, he didn't look well. He didn't look healthy. He didn't look well. Whether he didn't make the weight right and all that, I'm not sure. I mean, something wasn't right. But then there's a few things went on, obviously, before the pullout. And then we finally heard the news, which was devastating. So you can imagine, obviously, David's from Russia. He had a lot of friends and family over for that fight. It was all in the hotel waiting for it. They all spent money on tickets and flights. And then you get that news. listen, we'll never know the truth. I mean, only Adam and Josh really know what happened. I mean, I'm hearing that he fell sick after the weigh and he did the weight wrong. He's even admitted that he wasn't great after the weight. So we'll see. But listen, we're finally on now. I mean, Neil's had his say, all correcting what I've heard and what he's said. I'm with him all the way. So Saturday night we'll find out who the real fighter is.
Yeah, definitely Saturday night the talking stops. But I feel like when Adam and Josh hopefully enter the bubble tomorrow after passing their tests, and Neil Marsh as well, I feel like on the Thursday and Friday things might get a little bit spicy in here.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, listen, we just want to get this fight on. I mean, it's been very, very frustrating for all parties. I mean, all the teams have been on and off, and Saturday night I want to get the fight on. Hopefully we can all shake hands and move on, whoever wins. So, listen, it's boxing at the end of the day, it's a sport. And like I said before, may the best man win. But you might see a bit of heated words exchanged in the lead up from now to the fight for sure.
Just the last one to the fans, if they're thinking of placing a bet this weekend, you're saying, David, mid to late stoppage. Final prediction? Yeah,
definitely. I really believe that the way we've trained for this fight, the way David's looking in the gym, in sparring and everything, we've covered all grounds, we're prepared for whatever Josh has got to bring. And I really feel the way David's performing at the moment that he's going to get Josh out of there mid to late rounds.
Okay, so Carl Greaves says lump on mid to late rounds for David Avanesyan. Carl, thank you for talking to IFL TV. Best of luck this Saturday, and who knows, we might have another catch up before Saturday night.
Nice one, Umar. Thank you.